Hey Watcher Shopkeepers, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's topic we will talk about the 3 limiting factors. The very first limiting factor is don't run other people's race, run your own race. And that's the reason why from our direction we are always running our own race. And running your own race actually has a lot of positive effects. Is that first, you have your own time. You manage your own time and you do not give away your time freely. I do cherish all my connections with all the breeders, hobbies around the world, but I don't join any of the group chats. And the reason for not joining group chats is because more often than not there are a lot of differing opinions, there are a lot of politics in the group chat, there are a lot of people trying to steal away your time. But that's the reason why I don't join any of the group chats. And if for those who are truly interested, they will reach out to you. So when I'm running my own race, there are a few things that I always keep in mind. The first thing is to progress, the need to progress. There are a lot of companies, a lot of examples where one who don't progress will stay in that position or move backwards. That's the reason why our direction is to learn, unlearn, and relearn. So we came up with this series called Rethink. Rethinking the stream hobby, rethinking on how we actually do our setups. So that is one of the things that when we run our race, we will be able to actually share and observe what are some of the things that are truly important to the community. So coming back to the community part, contributing back to the community is one of the things that we do by running our own race. So for example, joining clubs, giving talks, joining competitions, being a judge. I think these are things that will help you run your own race, your own direction. And in your own race, you have to challenge yourself. Like for example, for myself, we challenge ourselves year over year. It's actually you versus you. And I think that is the most important part of the entire hobby. Something that we keep challenging ourselves to make ourselves better than what we are yesterday. When we all first started, there was literally nothing in this area. So we built from the very basic up, from the structures, from the foundation, from the flooring, to the racks, to the tanks, to the setup, to the filters, and all of those. When we first start, there's nothing. But building the strong fundamental is critically important. So coming to the second part of the limiting factors, try to truly understand the fundamentals of the stream hobby and try to understand the fundamentals of water parameters. There are many information online that may or may not be accurate. We have started with only one tank. I think most of us started with one tank. And now more than 100 tanks. So in the Caridina world, in this entire ecosystem, Caridina actually live in low pH water. So all active soil releases ammonia, and ammonia is the source for beneficial bacteria to colonize. We need to control ammonia like how we control our thoughts. We have to keep trying and learning how to control the ammonia, because if we don't and we are fearful, then we will not progress. We have to keep trying, because fear kills more dreams than failure ever does. So for those who say that, if we are going to be unable to use this or that because there are too much ammonia, then you have not learned the fundamentals. Just imagine if your potential is so huge, you can be much better, but you let fear hold you back. Imagine that you can have 50 tanks, 80 tanks, 100 tanks, 200 tanks. You have the potential. But because you are fearful, you decided not to try. You decided not to step forward. You decided not to progress on. That limits your potential. And the very last limiting factor is about progress, which is one of the most critical part of it. I'm going to touch fairly in depth in terms of progress, because when you progress, there will be naysayers. I started off with nothing. There was nobody who wanted to try the method that we are doing right now. There was nobody who wants to, try the calyx ball. There was nobody 5 years ago. And when you succeed, they come to you and ask for it. So it's then a choice whether do you want to give or not. When naysayers come, in the face of you because you progress on, the reason for them saying all this is because they don't want you to succeed. They can look at you like you are. If you are bad, you are not progressing, they like you because you do not succeed. You are not better than them. They cannot see you better than them. It's a reflection of their own insecurities and fear. So this part is very, very important in the entire holistic stream hobby, because there are a lot of politics, there are a lot of people who's trying to pull you down, but don't be afraid to take a longer and a tougher route, which we did. A much longer, much tougher, a path that not many people would like to take. But for those who have tried this path, are successful, they have bred many of the tanks. Many who have chatted with me, talked to me personally, started off with 1 tank. Now they have 50, 100 tanks. That is their potential. But imagine if they have spoken to somebody else. I have mentioned it's a reflection of their insecurities and fear to not be able to progress and help the community forward. They tear people down and not build people up. Those who have followed the pathways religiously, they have now become very successful stream breeders. They have progressed and they would not have realized that their potential is so big. I see potential in every stream breeder, and don't be afraid to take the longer route. Because progress requires discipline and consistency, and that will confuse people. It confuses many breeders and hobbyists when you start to do things that people will say that you are crazy, you're obsessed. There are a lot of people who are out there who don't want you to succeed. But for us, we will build breeders up. And that is the reason why we have been contributing back to the society, back to the community, by traveling to visit breeders, not just for the sake of monetary value. The bond, the strength, the character is forged. The friendship is strengthened to understand and build a better community. So for those who think that they want to do it and want to succeed, feel free to reach out to us. Because we have tried and proven methods, over 100 tanks. We have seen this through. We have visited more than 20 countries just to visit and learn and understand that all this holistic way of stream breeding and progression. So thank you guys for watching this video, and until next time, peace out.